6. You cannot hear me, can you? Okay, well, hello everybody, and welcome back to League of Ireland. Tonight we are going, this is the start of Season 6 on a new F1 2021 game, and tonight, our job tonight is to announce the teams for the upcoming Season 6 for the 4 tiers. I am joined this evening by LOI Con, and I'm joined by the Tier 1 5 times world champion, it's LOI Big Slater. How's it going, guys?
Hello, how's things, Colin? How are you?
Hello.
Any cats? Yeah, that's a great start to this anyway. So, obviously, we are now 2 weeks away from starting the League of Ireland, which will be starting on the 15th of August on that week. But before then, we have to announce who is driving in which tier and which teams will they all be a part of. So we may as well just jump straight into it, shall we?
What tier do you want to start with?
We will start with tier 4 tonight. So, do any of you have the tier 4 handy?
Yeah, I'll go with tier 4.
Okay.
I'll go with tier 4 now. Yeah, get it up now. Sorry. So tier 4. So we have Anthony LED and Noel in the Mercedes. So Anthony LED and Noel in the Mercedes. So what do you think? How they get on?
I think Anthony LED, he's improved an awful lot. And I think if he can just keep it clean and keep consistent, I think he'll have a good shot for this tier, I think.
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
I think Niall as well, obviously, I think his first season was last season, so having a season under his belt, he'll be more settled in now. I think that will really help him for this season. So I think there could be a strong partnership for this season.
Especially they were in tier 5, it's going to be obviously hard coming up to tier 4 now. Obviously, we only have 4 tiers now, and it's all congested. But I still think, it'd be interesting now to see if they can work together and obviously be in parties and all. But
absolutely,
yeah, but you could say, I'd say about 7th or 8th they'll finish. I could say. That's my prediction.
Fair enough.
But we go down to Red Bull, Sargent, Shamrock, and the Barator. So Red Bull pairing, I'd say good. Shamrock coming back, season 4, he was thereabouts. He has a bit of experience in league racing. I think the Barator, it's going to be a big ask for him coming up, obviously, and they're going to be a lot quicker. But I still think there's more room to improve him. But be interesting now to see, but
hopefully, I agree.
So McLaren, we have Eloy Kachiga and Supreme Boyo. So what do you think of that lineup, lads?
Well, we all know Kachiga anyway. I think all the league knows Kachiga. But I think, obviously, knowing him very, very well, and personally, I think if Kachiga can just keep it within the track limits and keep the head a bit, I think he could do very well this year, I believe.
I agree.
Kachiga just needs to be a bit less impatient, would be my word. And like Supremo Boyo as well, I would say the same for him as well. Obviously, this is second season in LOI, so he needs to get that experience on his belt, and we all start from the bottom, so you all have to start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it, obviously. It's so. Yeah, would you say? I'll ask the question at the end of it. But, I'll actually name out the teams first.
Yeah, just name out the teams and then we'll obviously give our opinions.
So I have Eloy Wheelo and Eloy Newsome Nando. So he changed his name. He's in the Aston Martin. And we have Tolbarone and FaZe McBot in the Alpine. In the Ferrari, we have Eloy Big Leo and Danjo. In the AlphaTauri, we have Millman Graham and Sooty Baby in the AlphaTauri, and in the Alfa Romeo we have Rhinoceros and Cav 1892 in the Alfa Romeos, and then in the Haas we have the Mark Horkman and Keen D06, and in the Williams we have Mayo Man and Major Jam in the Williams. So
yeah, Mayo Man will be another person I think who'll be up there for the championship, I think. And Major Jam. Obviously, last season before, Major Jam has had horrible luck in a few races, getting with lag and things like that. But Major Jam's very, very clean, very consistent driver, so he doesn't make any rash decisions or anything like that. So I think he should be fairly okay for this season. I expect him to do well anyway.
Yeah, sorry to jump over these lads. I'm getting a thing here saying Discord didn't get the notification saying we're live, but I can see it here on YouTube, so I don't know exactly.
Yeah, we're on YouTube anyway.
Yeah, so we're on YouTube. I don't know.
Right, anyway.
Alright, I can see it on YouTube, yeah. Yeah, the one thing I'd say about Mayo Man is, obviously when you've been away from league racing for 5 or 6 months like he's been, it's kind of hard to get back into it. I would kind of feel anyway, so
yeah,
he'd obviously have...
I believe he's in racing in other leagues, but not as competitive as League of Ireland.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as competitive.
Yeah.
So it'll be a wake-up call, I think, for Mayo Man.
Yeah, I tend to agree as well. I think with Kachiga, I think one other thing he needs to have is a lot more patience. Because in this tier, over the years, this has been the tier where there's been the most safety cars. So, like, things have gone against the head, really, in this tier. I was on commentator for tier 4 last year, and there was a lot of safety cars and a lot of changes of the order and everything, and you just kind of have to expect the unexpected, really, in this tier, and you just have to put up with it, really. So I think that's going to be a big test for Ben. He just keeps his head no matter what happens in all these races, you know. So that's kind of the way I would see it.
Yeah, if you're cool, calm, and collected, you can make an
absolutely
advantage.
Fine. Yeah.
Not just for Kachiga, but for everyone. You can actually get an advantage out of that. If people, get damage, you can overtake them and pit stops, etc. and all that crap. So
exactly.
It's one of them tiers you can get a big advantage.
I tend to agree.
It's a very close tier in general. You wouldn't be able to pick a constructor's champ by looking at it.
No.
I don't think you would either, no.
It's a tier where anything could happen.
Absolutely.
Or absolutely anything could happen. At any stage of the season.
If the cleanest driver, if they're clean and there's nothing wrong, the fastest driver will win.
Yeah.
I think... Who's your top?
Being cautious, I think, is a good thing for this tier.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there's lads now. I think all of them now. Like, I think FaZe McBot, he's less experienced, but obviously he only had one race there. He needs a bit more experience under the belt and a bit more practice getting used to league racing. So, who would your top 3 be in drivers and constructors?
I think drivers wise, I think Mayo Man. This is not in any particular order. I think it'll be Mayo Man, Cav, and I think probably Shamrock. I think.
Okay, interesting.
Be the top 3. I don't have any order now, but you know what I mean. This could all be turned up on their head, in the first race.
Yeah, absolutely. For me personally, I think Kachiga and Nando for me would be the 2. I think that'll do well in this championship. I kind of like the 2 of them going at it towards the end of the season, but I could be completely wrong. You never know. I mean, as you said, this tier. Yeah, Johnny, we're still on tier 4. But for me personally, I like Nando for this because I think he's gotten to grips with the game very quickly, from what I've seen. But we never really know until the first race. And what's also going to be a big factor is what the calendar is going to be, which will be announced next week, at the end of next week. That's going to be a big factor as well. Who's strong at what track? So it's kind of hard to make a prediction until that comes out, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a close whoever works the hardest will win it. Really,
Yeah,
I think whoever
absolutely.
practices, because this game you just can't get away with without not practicing. I think personally, if you need to have a bit of practice, you need to have a structure and go with the structure, and don't change your mind. It's like in a penalty shootout, like with a setup.
Yeah.
Go with that setup. Don't change the setup.
Yeah.
Because just pick it, and worst comes worst, next time. It's only the start of the game as well, so setups will change, things will change. Don't be changing things because it's not good. It's not good, and it just even for the beginner, it can still just change your driving style, and you don't realise it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I think So that was your predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give more. I'd say right. I say it's hard. It's hard. If Leo puts the work in, I think he will. He's the fastest man in that here. Like, but it's whether or what if he can put the work in or not. That's what I'm gonna say go. But like Kachiga's gonna be thereabouts. But as you said, impatient. I mean, he hasn't been in a championship fight.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
like these lads will probably have never been in a championship fight. I think probably Leo Kachiga will be there. And Major Jam. I think Major Jam is a dark horse. I think Jam is just sneakily improving, but then obviously you have Wheelo and Nando. They might
work well together.
There. They might work well. Hockey at P5 or P6 there, and then just keep the scoreboard ticking over. It's not the end of the world. If you're having a bad race and you're coming P9, 2 points. Just keeps ticking over.
Can make a difference.
So that was my prediction.
There could be lads there with no points at all.
Exactly.
And there you go, bang, 2 points. You could be up in the top 10. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. So that's
it brings it closer and closer to that top 10.
Look, and the physics of the game has changed. So I could suit one person and I can't suit the other one. But whoever just puts in the work ethic can win it, really. But
absolutely.
So.
Right.
So who's name out tier 3?
That is tier 4, so we're going to move on to tier 3.
I'll name out tier 3 there.
Okay, go on.
So, we have Smoking Aces and that Roland in the Mercedes. We have Glenn Mack and Keith Flemo in the Red Bull. We have Michelangelo and Valerian Spiel in the McLaren. You have the Fawns and Dan Crowley in the Aston Martin. Decky Ferg and Smooth Be Fast in the Alpine. Jono and A. Whelan in the Ferrari. You John Foy and Bear Grylls in the Alpha Tauri, the two tier 5 lads who were very quick last season. Alfa Romeo, you've Culture Spurs and Blue Gunner is a hero, and Sub Zero is the Haas, and in the Williams you've Big Knockos and Lukey Dookie.
It's a number.
That's a tight tier.
That's a very tight tier for me.
Very tight tier.
It's a tasty tier. It's a
like that. That's like I can't. To be honest, I can't name a winner from that tier because it's so close. I think.
I agree.
It's who do you think will stand out in it?
I think Roland and Adam Whelan, I think will be fairly up there.
Let's see.
Yeah, I like Adam Whelan to do well in this, to be honest with you as well. I think he's improving all the time as well. One other fella I think who could do well in this, I said John Fife coming up from tier 5. Like I don't think he was pretty comfortable in tier 5. Obviously he'll be tested in tier 3 early, but like he is quick enough to do it in my opinion. But obviously we have to wait and see. Anything can happen at the first race of the season.
100%.
So definitely. I think John Fife, and a lot also depends for me. Like Dan Crowley did very well in this tier last season before he fell away. So like, will he be able to go one better this time?
That's it, and especially with the fans, he's just going up and up and up.
He's improved massively. Like
the fans probably would have been a tier Ford driver at the start of the season. Like, now he's fairly tier 3 pace. Like,
Exactly.
very good races in Brazil there at the end. I think it was one of the really good ones he had.
He won in Austria. Won very well in Austria.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's like you have Smoking Aces. Can he come back from season 4? Gone season 6 now. Like he had a good run in tier 4.
Absolutely.
And obviously he was in tier 2, but I think this tier suits him pretty much.
Yeah, it suits him onto a T, to be fair.
Like you have, I think you have one more Sub-Zero. Yeah, he could be back, but I don't think so. Does he have it in him? Does he have the motivation again? You know.
Time will tell, I suppose. I think that obviously the start of the season. If he starts the season well, then he'll probably be there by the end. But first 2 or 3 races will be important for him, in my view.
100%.
I like you see with the Glenn Mack and Kay Flemo could be good. They could be good together.
Kay Flemo very much improved at the end of the season as well. Him and DeFonte stole the championship in tier 4 together last season. They improved very, very rapidly by the end of the season. So I think this is going to be very close. Like pushing it now, I would say if I had to pick a winner, I'd nearly say the 2 Ferraris in the constructors, because Jono's very solid. You kind of know what you're going to get with him.
They could win the constructors.
I think they'll do well together.
John Floyenberg, Rails, they could work together, but I still don't think they're going up to a bigger tier. Like it's like a bigger boy tier. So like you have.
It's a bigger test.
The Fawns, Dan Crowley, you have Jono and A. Whelan, and obviously don't forget Big Knockouts coming down from tier 2.
Exactly.
And Lukey Dookie, that's an L strong.
That's a strong team, that.
Big Knuckles, to be fair, was always thereabouts. He's just his race pace. He lacked in. It's just his race. Just his race pace was not up to standard. Yeah. Definitely needed more work in that, I think.
And Cardsford and Blue Gunner, they're going to be solid as well. Like
100%.
Like Blue Gunner coming up and Cards staying where he is, but Cards was just like. He just needs to get the ball rolling. If he wants to get that next step and get a title, he needs getting results week in. There's no point coming in a podium and then you're coming 12th or 19th, and then you're coming in a podium again. No good.
Exactly.
I don't think the person who just walk away with this tier. I think it's gonna be close as well. I think it's the closest.
Yeah, it was very close last season as well between Konzo and Joe. Like this tier has always since I've been in this. I've been in LOI now for a season and a half now, and tier 3 has always been very close. And hopefully I'm kind of expecting it to be as close again this season.
It's gone down. Tier 3 has gone down to the wire in all since it's been here.
Really?
So
that's good.
So that's a fact there for us now. So still, I don't know. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good battle. I don't think the person who'll qualify on pole each time
will win it.
Yeah, I think he'll just is consistent. He'll just rack up a top 5. I think whoever's in the top 5 or top 6 all season long will win that.
Yeah, I tend to agree with it.
Consistency is a big thing in that tier.
Do you have any predictions, Connell?
I think outright, I think Roland will win it, and Adam Whelan, and I reckon Johnny Foy will be up there for a top 3. I've hounded him the last few weeks to turn off his traction, and he's already loving it, and he's already found lots and lots of pace. So he's putting the work in, and I think he'll get the results.
I agree. I think Adam Whelan will. I've actually got Adam Whelan down to win the championship personally, but that's only my prediction from the start. I could be completely wrong, but we will see.
We're only judging off last year's game, so
exactly. So and of course the tracks again, same thing. Who's going to be strong at what tracks? It's very hard to know until everything gets.
It was like that because the last time we had a similar situation to this was season 2, when F1 2020 was there began. So I think in next season we'd have a better understanding of drivers who's going where and there. But still close. It's still looking tasty though. I think
it is, absolutely.
It's much better than it was in season 2. We just know more people better and now on a personal basis as well. But
this would be a lot of people's second F1 game as well. The 2020 probably would have been their first or second, so I think a lot of people have more experience now as well. So it's going to be good.
Well, so best luck to all the lads as well, isn't it?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will now move up again, up to Tier 2. And I've got this in front of me, so I'll actually say who the Tier 2 teams are for this season. So in the Mercedes, we have Eloy De Boom is back, as in Irish Gary, and DKF1. In the Red Bull, we have got McGee and a new fella in here, Jared Q98. We've got, in the McLaren, we've got Darwise in Section 116. We've got Real Johnny and Ben Ratcliffe in the Aston Martin. In the Alpine, we have got Joshinator and Funny Guy. Big Funny Guy this season in the Alpine. The Ferrari, we have got Jack Carty and Atissimo. In the Alfa Tauri, we have got Joe Mack and Spider-Man. In the Alfa Romeo, we have got Keller and Tonka. The Haas, we have got Eloy Ryan and Tier 3 World Champion Konzo. And in the Williams, we have got Rory Drain and King Papa. So, any thoughts on that, lads? Or any early thoughts on that?
I don't know who's going to win that tier, to be fair.
Very hard to call.
I'm going to call my top 3. I think is probably going to be Jack Carty, Real Johnny, and probably LOY Ryan, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Ryan in the Haas, yeah, gone off. Jack Carty and that Tismo,
good partnership in the Ferrari.
That Aston Martin is a powerhouse.
Jack Carty's been very quick in the qualifying in this game so far from what I've seen, so...
Yeah, the few 5-lappers I've done with Jack Carty, he's been tier 1 pace.
Interesting, the Boom is back in the Mercedes, that's a... And DKF1,
and DKF1's very solid as well. I think they could be a shout for the constructors, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for either one. Gary just needs to put... Gary just knows him. He has a bit more experience now. But can previous season haunt them the last couple of laps?
I think for Gary a big thing is just settle down, do his own thing, and just if he can get a result early to settle him down.
Gary gets too nervous.
Yeah, if Gary gets a result early and settles him down, then he'll be fine for the whole season. I think he actually might be up there. Whether he'll win it or not, another thing. But I think if he can get a result that he's happy with and he's satisfied early, I think that will put him in good shape for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, McGee and Gerard. I've never seen Gerard race.
No.
So let me know. But McGee, McGee, I think McGee's he's a points harvesting machine.
Won a couple of races last season as well, so he was
in podiums, multiple podiums as well. So
absolutely, so that'll be interesting to see can he back his season up from last season.
And then you have Darwise in Section 116.
Big step up for Section from Tier 4 last season.
Well, he has a good teammate there with Darwise. Darwise been there since the start.
Darwise, in fairness to the chap, he was extremely unlucky last season.
He was.
Yeah, I think
he just had a terrible season. Not in terms of pace, just in terms of racecraft. I think might have let him down a little bit. Just getting damage, etc., stuff like that. That just kills your season, like. So.
And plus, and Section 116, he's coming up to a bigger tier, a quicker tier, as I should say.
Yeah.
But it's just Darwise has the experience and all, and he could bounce back like the old days. But it's interesting, it's a good team.
I agree.
Good balance now, and then the Aston Martin, LOY Real Johnny and LOY Ben Ratcliffe.
very
Yeah,
solid.
like-
I think Ben Radcliffe. No, I think he'll be hovering around the 7 or 8 mark. I think 60 even for races, even in the ones he filled in on. He was still kind of up in the points, so I think he'll be another kind of points machine. I reckon.
Absolutely, I tend to agree.
Yeah, that's it. And they could work together as well, like, because
Absolutely.
it's a constructors' championship is hard to win.
And
Like,
obviously, yeah, they're
Very.
quite vocal in the Discord and probably with each other, so I'd say they can definitely 100% work together.
yeah, and just be calculated. But
Yeah.
that's a very they could work good there now. They can put their cars in good places on the track. They could work well, different strategies and all. But and then we have in the
Yeah.
Alpine, we have LOI, Big Funny Guy, and Josh Nair.
They worked well together last season, so. And
Funny
got
Guy
some
just
good
needs
results,
to.
so
I think Funny Guy knows this himself, and we've told him, but I think he just needs to work on the race pace and turn off that ERS button.
don't
to-
need to don't panic and just switch it on for the whole
Yeah.
time. That's it. That's all it
Yeah,
is, really.
Like Funny Guy's quali pace is fantastic. Obviously, being on a wheel as well, and obviously I know there's a certain Cork man that denies this, but it is pretty much a bit of a wheel game by the looks of it. So, I think he'll be fairly thereabouts.
He's a bit like he just needs like to calm down when he gets in the race. Just calm down and
Yeah,
just go along because qualifying like good. I think once you qualify in the top 5, you always have a chance of winning a race.
Absolutely.
100%.
No matter, just settle it down, and it's not the end of the world if he loses a spot, but just keep there. He just needs that win. I think when you go, I think he needs a win in him, and I think he will have a win this season. But
So do I.
he just needs if he gets a
Just
win early.
Just needs to race smarter.
If you get to win early, like once you get one, you can get the second one's easier. Then. But
Absolutely, 100%.
You've done
Just-
it once, so why can't you do it again? Kind of thing, you know.
that's it. So and Josh Nader as well. He's the podium man. He just gets podiums. So they'll have to work as well. They're going to be close in pace as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
they will
so
be.
no unnecessary fighting is a big thing for them, you know. If whoever's faster, they say, yeah, one. Good luck. That's all that has to be done, you know. Fairly simple.
That's it. And then you have
That's
Jack
absolutely-
Hartley and Atismo.
Yeah, well, Jack Carty's been one of the quickest lads in. Like out of this tier, he's been probably the fastest fella so far in this game. But of course, 2 weeks
From what
time
we've seen, anyway. Yeah.
from what we've seen. But of course, we don't know what everybody is up to. So, but I mean, 2 weeks from 2.5 weeks away until the start of the tier 2 season. So, a lot can change from then, really.
Yeah.
Like an exhibition race compared to a league race, it's a different ball game. Isn't it?
Different pressure.
It's a complete different ball game. It's
There's no championship to fight for.
that's it. And
There's no penalties or anything to get.
that's it. That's it. You just have to work it out. But they'll work as well as like Jack Harty, as you said, he's the quickest. I haven't really seen much of him, so. But
He's on a wheel
we
as
can
well.
see in 2 weeks' time, obviously, race pace. I'd rather be like there's near 800 laps in a season, on average, 900.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be consistent, so I'd be the fastest over 800 or 900 laps a season instead of one lap.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, and then we have Spider-Man and Joe Mack.
That'll be interesting.
That's good. It's like Spider-Man's knocking on the door on a tier 1 seat now. So
Is he? Oh,
he's
I
not
thought
far.
he was-
He's not far off like in the last couple of seasons. He's just. I think
Yeah,
he needs
thereabouts.
this season to go for a push for a championship. That's
Yeah.
what he should be focusing for.
Like Spider Strike is always there and thereabouts. Like, but he just needs to get the finger out. You know what I mean? And just get moving, and he could win multiple races. Like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyone could in this tier, like, you know what I mean? It's just if you just basically just don't shit yourself like in your grand, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's it. And then obviously you have Kelly EU come down from tier 1 and Tonka. Tonka's like Spider-Man, just thereabouts the last couple of
Tonka has the
seasons.
pace. He just does very stupid things that
He just
ruins his races.
like he wouldn't mind me saying this, but he just knows he can win, but
Needs to calm down.
he needs to calm down, stop headbutting the wall or something. Just
Yeah.
if you can, just take it one right. And when he has a bad rate, he's so hard on himself.
Yeah.
Just needs to take it easy on himself and calm down and try. If you have a bad race, it's not the end of the world. There's always next week.
One race, like.
Absolutely.
That's it. And Kelly, he just needs obviously being in tier 1. He has a bit of experience now. So
Yeah,
like
Kelly just needs to.
I think tier 1 would have helped him so much now. I think tier 1 would have helped him. So like he'd be a man to watch out now next season. I think his race pace would have improved in that pair. But
Yeah, Kelly just needs to, or Kelly, however you say it, but he just he needs to think before he does. To be fair, before he do, you know,
Yeah.
he just very impulsive.
Yeah.
Those things, all thinking,
He
you
had,
know, and
he had a couple of first lap incidents, I remember, in
tier 1,
tier 1.
And
You just got to try and
multiple
just
races.
keep it down in
that-
the first lap.
Yeah,
Can't win it on
100%.
the first lap, but you can lose it.
Yeah, 100, definitely.
That's just how you
Marathon, not
look
a
at it.
sprint, as they always say,
Absolutely.
and you'll always hear that
Yeah,
because it's right, you know.
it is. And then
But like you have Ryan and Konzo in the Haas.
tier
So
3
we
world
have-
champion coming up to
Tier-
Haas this year, so it'll be interesting
Tier
to see.
3 powerhouses coming up. So
Very interesting to see how
That's
they
the-
get on.
get on. Like I don't think they'll be pushing for the title, but I think if they get a top, like one of those get a top 6 or 5, they'd be over the moon.
Yeah.
With themselves. But like that's what they should just have a little goal for themselves, and then next season then push for something even bigger. Then, but yes, they're going to be interesting. Then they have nothing to lose,
No, not
so
at
they
all.
can go all out. So when lads are fighting for championships and they're in for a chance with a podium, you never know what can happen.
I agree.
Then in the Williams you have Rory Drain and King Papa.
So Roy Drain's future esports driver, so he's good. Like Rory Drain, I can always take the piss saying he's a future esports driver, but to be fair, he is an absolute points machine. He gets points almost every race.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
always in the points. Like I don't think he'll fight for a championship. My God, that fellow he'll definitely get a podium or 2 or even 3 this season. I think.
He's one of the cleanest drivers in the league.
He probably
Yeah.
is one, if not the cleanest. He does not do anything rash, you know. He always thinks about the bigger picture if there's going to be any consequences after, you know. He just doesn't throw himself in, like, and that's what I like about him because he thinks about it and thinks about other people's races and not just his own race as well,
That's
which
it,
you always have
that's-
to be cautious about.
And plus, yeah, that's what made him win a tier 3 championship. Like, so
Yeah.
just have to take it easy. But like, there's gonna be stages where he's gonna have to get the elbows out. You never know. Like, that could be stopping him now this season. But we'll
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out. We'll find
As
out.
you said, definitely if he finds a little bit of an aggressive side, he'll definitely be.
And plus, he has got
Yeah.
a great teammate there in King Papa. Like, King Papa
Papa's
is
been
just
around the whole time.
He's been
around
tier
long
2
time
a
now.
long time now, hasn't he? So
yeah. So like, I think the lads are well experienced now. Obviously, Rory Drain 2 seasons now, and
Yeah.
King Papa obviously left and came back, but I think the lads will be alright. I think they'd be good. I think they'd be in the top 4 anyway, easily.
Yeah.
yeah, I tend to agree.
And that's that
Oh,
tier 2.
so that's-
not tier 1.
I think we'll have the 5-time world champion right
Go on.
out to tier 1.
Go on, say that.
Tier 1. So, right in the Mercedes, we have Dan O'M and Saucy. And the Red Bull, we have O'Shane and Mike Orr. Then in the McLaren, we have Dilzer and Darren O'Brien. In the Aston Martin, we have Time Splitter and Colin B. In the Alpine, we have Seabucks and Ryan Daff. In the Ferrari, we have Jack, LOI not Jack, and Khan. We have in the AlphaTauri tugboard, so he's LOI Fanjo and Miles Dunn. And then in the Alfa Romeo, we have Limo Orland and Jamie Enroy. In the Haas, we have Eloy Tommy and Dylan, 96. And in the Williams, we have Eloy Sully and Eloy Schlemm, the two brothers.
What a lineup that is. Of course,
There you go, there's tier 1.
unfortunately missing a 5-time world champion, but what a lineup that is. My God.
I think that's the closest tier, would it? Would that be the closest, I think?
Oh, without you, anyway, it definitely is.
He's only saying that now, he weren't saying that last season before.
But no, it's gonna be
Mamma
close.
mia, that's...
I think there'll be multiple race winners and multiple podium sitters. It'll be like, what was it, 2012 was it? There was 7 different race winners.
Yeah, that could be. Before I get on to the other drivers, I'd like, well, you have you here. What do you think your chances? Obviously, I could name out 10 drivers that I know it could be a big milestone, but yeah, like if they're that close and there could be crashes and like Hamilton and Verstappen, it's gonna be like that with 10 other people. But what do you think your chances anyway of winning it?
Well, for me personally, I'm missing 2 races during the season, so I'm not really gonna be up there, I don't think. But
if you were in them 2 races, Colin, if you were in them 2 races, where would you see yourself?
I say pretty similar to last season, to be honest. From 6th, 7th, 8th, the way I've always kind of been last season. You know, that's kind of what I was. I didn't have the outright pace last season to trouble the real front runners, but you know, you never know what can happen. Really, I don't really have objectives as such where I want to finish. I just kind of just race, and whatever happens, happens. You know, that's kind of just the way I do it.
So you just race as it is. You don't
Just
care.
race, just see what happens. And obviously, when I'm involved in the battle, then the emotions can get a bit high. But obviously afterwards it's just whatever. But that's kind of the way I'm always having.
What do you think yourself, Connell?
I suppose, like, I don't want to have this bite me on the arse, but like,
did you just say it? Just say it.
I think if I put the effort in, get the finger out, and stop making stupid decisions, I think I can be a top 5 driver. Don't want to sound like a cocky little fucker or anything, but I think if you put the work in, you get results. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, kind of thing. You know, so it's kind of, get the finger out, you're laughing. You know.
Yeah, that's it. It's
like I don't think I'll win it, but to be fair, last season with F1 2020, I stopped playing the game completely. Practice, I think, for 1 race or maybe 2, and I actually got decent results in those races. I think if I put the practice in for all the races now this season, I think I can just still be up there and just get my points and go away home happy. You know, get back up to where I was the kind of start of the league. You know, my mission is just to get into the top 10 for the points this season. First season of a new game. You know, it could be completely hits up next season. You never know. Like, so my goal is just to get points if I can. Every race is my goal for this season.
Yeah, Jesus, it's thanks for your predictions, lads. On that one.
What do you think yourself, Paddy, of our chances? So you asked us what we think. So what do you think?
Yeah,
okay, chances.
You know. What would you do?
So you're going back in history, so you're going back to the last 5 seasons. Who's ever been in second place? There's been 5 different second place finishes. So if one driver hasn't, there's always been a second place who's been different. So you're going to get a big shock, lads. There's going to be a shock, and I think My prediction is there's 4 drivers going to go down to the last race of the season who have a chance of going to win it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my prediction. And the first couple of races going to be grand new season that, but it's if somebody wants to win it and there's gonna be a lot of beef in the Discord. That's what I'm gonna say, and I'm glad I'm gonna the experience and watch, but it's there like anyone can win it. I can't really predict the winner. I think whoever's more consistent will win, but that's easier said than done. But I think 3 race wins. Whoever gets 3 race wins will win it.
Yeah.
But that's my just prediction. But I think 4 will go down to the end. But don't be surprised, lads, if some takes them, some leading race and first and second take each other out. Just take that, you know, man.
Yeah,
there you go. It's my best experience, lads. Just keep going. If you're in 3rd place and you think, this is a great result for myself, don't just lackadaisy. Keep putting the foot down because you can get a second or a first. You never know what can happen.
Yeah, 100%.
That's my advice for you, lads. But just finish every race. Anything can happen. That's what a bit of beef is. I reckon there's going to be a nice bit of beef going on. It's going to be a nice, entertaining season.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it myself.
Don't count yourselves out, but you will see and see whoever has the biggest bottle. Because if there's 4 lads going for a championship in the last race, that'd be beautiful to see. But I hope I'm right on that one. And look, everyone.
I'm gonna ask you now. Who do you think is gonna win the championship?
Think win it.
Win it. Name your first, your second, and your third.
First and second and third.
I have my first, second, and third.
I have mine written down as well.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
We're all friends here. It's a safe space here.
I don't know. I honestly, as I said last season, I had to go with my word last season. If Sully qualifies, and obviously will not work, Sully's gonna be there. Yes, the lad has about 19, 20 podiums. So you can't back. Yeah, that's it. Once you get one, he's gonna get multiple. But you can't beat that consistency. Like 19 podiums. I think he has the second most podiums in this league.
He does, yeah.
So you can't beat that. But if he's working on and he says, I think probably Dan or Bucks will be thereabouts, and Jack.
Yeah.
I think Jack. Watch out for Jack this season. Jack's gonna be. He's gonna be a hard man to beat this season.
Yeah, I think if Sully obviously doesn't have work, all these other crap, I think Sully will win it. Gotta back my old teammates, but if that's obviously the case with Sully, and I know Sully isn't too bothered about missing races or qualifying, work's always, of course, more important than a game, but I think Dan OM will definitely win the championship if Sully isn't fully committed.
Look at it now. We go Dan and Saucy. So we have the lads who came second last year. And I think if they want to win it, obviously Saucy won 2 races, but he only had 60 something. If Saucy goes on the way, if he gets them 2 wins and a few, if he gets the podiums, that could be the championship win.
I actually think if Sully, I'm with you. I think Sully will do it, but I think if Sully doesn't do it, I think Saucy will be the better Mercedes. To be honest with you, I think he might be. I wouldn't.
The way he's gone lately, putting the laps in.
I wouldn't put it past him. I really wouldn't. So.
I wouldn't, of course.
You can see them between.
I think they'll win the constructors. All right, I think.
You can't because you have O'Shane, or you have
O'Shane and Mike are strong as well, but.
O'Shane has
Ferrari.
Yeah, but O'Shane has he gave me a hard time in season 4. So if he goes back the way he did there and just stays composed and just consistency. And Mike's a fast man on the wheel. Like, and it's a,
Very quick.
Yeah,
so
very
they
quick.
can work as well. And then I think Dale's and Darren O'Brien. I don't think that like they have the. If Dale's was rapid one stage, like he was quick man, but he's just not getting in form lately. But it's just if you could just get one good result, you could just switch back. And Darren O'Brien, he used to be like a tier 3 driver, and he just came up. But I think if they can work together, as I said, I think what did I say in tier 2? Like who was it? Did I say it was? I said somebody. They have nothing to lose. They had nothing to lose.
Conzo and Ryan, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're like
they don't
that.
have a lot. They don't have a lot to lose. I agree with that.
But they could just rack up points and get a good result. But if they're in the right position, they're not going to let you buy easy. And Dale's is a hard man to overtake. Then you have your Farrell and Colin. Just saying, that'd be good. Farrell is a good teammate. I had him for 3 seasons, and I only just started talking to him in a party in Azerbaijan, and I just asked him, do you want to be my teammate? And then he's like, yeah. And then you communicate well with you, and that's Colin, that's what you're going to get. You probably get results and not fight each other. And then Bucks and Ryan Daff, that's
same as last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they're growing as a pair. I don't know. I just see them as getting an extra switch. Ryan will get an extra switch, and he'll be grand.
Yeah.
And then you have Jack and Connell. You can't put them outside your top 3. I don't think.
I agree.
Like you can't. So then you have Tugboard and Miles. It's another. I think
Miles was very quick in some races, but I think
Dales and Darren should be eyeing up them. If they outscore them, they'd be their main rivals. Do you get me? Their main rivals. Then you have Lemo and Jamie Enroy.
So Lemo's always thereabouts. I know he didn't have the best of seasons last season.
And the season before, he didn't have. Since season 3, he came second in season 3.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know. It's just he's not in the last 24 races. He hasn't.
But the only thing is, it's a fresh start. It's a new game. We're all starting from scratch again, so it'll be.
So no one doesn't have an advantage.
Someone can find something.
We don't know how quick everyone is.
Yeah, someone can find something from nowhere and just find the extra couple of tenths, and that makes a massive difference in tier 1 in particular. Well, in all tiers it does, but it just makes a big difference if you can find the extra couple of tenths.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, I think Jamie and Lemo did it. I think Mr. Enroy will have to take it easy. He has to be more composed. Not like he's in a quick clear. It's not the end of the world if somebody overtakes you.
Yeah.
Just hang on to the quicker driver and you can get a result and they can pick up penalties.
Yeah, nothing stupid.
It's not like lap 1, but I think Lemo will be. I actually hope he gets a bit of back because he practiced by himself, so doesn't practice with no one.
He doesn't get involved much socially in the Discord, so
which is okay. That's okay.
That's
like
that's absolutely fine.
And I think he has 11 podiums to himself, so that's no mess in there.
It works for him.
10 or 11, yeah. But and Tommy and Dylan, what do you think of them?
Dylan is a good driver. Don't get me wrong, but I just think he's gonna get a big wake up call. I think everyone will be.
He is quick, and he has been quicker than he was in the last game, though, from what I've seen of him. Obviously, I think I don't think he'll be as far off the pace as some people think. I think he'll be able to keep up alright.
I think you get a few.
I think he'll be on for a few points. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So he
top
just
8 at least.
Just has to take advantage. It's not like it's gonna make. Look, I think when I started in this game in 2019 league racing, that's like 2 years ago. I think Colin, you remember? Like I was in.
Same myself. First game for me too.
Yeah, like it wasn't my first league race, but like it's when you get put in a quick tear and you're at the back, it makes you a better driver. It plays off in the long run.
Yeah,
It does.
like myself and Slater met in another league, and when I joined that league from winning ranked lobbies, this is class. I think my first 4 races I finished last. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was just get a big wake up call. I think the likes of these Dylan and Mr. Enright as well. Obviously, you all know Jamie Enright. I think he'll get a big wake up call in this tier, and nothing stupid or nothing rational in this tier will definitely help him. You know, no stupid last minute decisions or dive bombs, all that crap. So it's definitely a big step up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Tommy's not a pushover too. Like
Tommy's not a pushover. Tommy is quick. Tommy can win a championship, but he just makes absolutely horrendous and stupid decisions.
Yeah, unfortunately for Tommy, he has a couple of penalties coming into the season, so that's really going to affect him. He's pretty much giving people a head start, and it's going to be very hard for Tommy to turn that all around, really, you would have thought.
Yeah, it's obviously lag as well is a factor in some of these incidents, but a lot of these other incidents are something
if he gets good results in them races,
exactly.
He's won races before.
See, he knows how to win. He knows how to win, and he has a tier 2 championship to back it up. So, well, obviously, if he stays consistency, I gave him advice before.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll take it or not, but I think that's what he should do, and I think he can win. He can win it. He can win it. I wouldn't back him in.
No, 100%. I wouldn't either.
Absolutely not. No way.
But and then we have Sully and Slim, the two brothers.
Interesting to see how that'll work out.
How they work together and all, but I think they'll obviously they're a family and all, but they're gonna have their backs no matter what.
Yeah.
But I think Slim might have a good L season. Slim will have I'd say be thereabouts. I'd say
she was very, very impressive in the races last season in Tier 2, so I think that'll be interesting to see if he can. Obviously, his quality bit wasn't his strong point, but again, we start fresh again, and if he can get in the top 10, we know what he can do in the race, so that'll be interesting. They mightn't be far off constructors either, to be honest. The way they're both very strong in the race, to be fair.
Like there's 20 drivers, like
overall.
Like they're all quick. Like you could finish P15.
Oh, absolutely.
But it could feel like a great race, but it's just the lads are just so it's just mental. Like
absolutely.
So I think if Slim gets P7 and P8 and P9 and taking out P5, happy days. And then obviously Sully knows what he has to do himself. Does not praise them a lot. He knows what I'm saying. You'll find it hard this season, but you'll find a lot of pressure. But if he holds his pressure well, I think he'll be okay. Okay, but I just can't wait to watch it. And
I can't wait to be part of it. I want to start now, to be honest. But of course, we have a couple of weeks to wait. So
that's it. But look, it's good things come to when you wake up.
Absolutely. Yeah, come along at some stage.
That's it.
Anyway, so that is that. We've broken down every tier, and we've broken down pretty much every team, and every driver as well. And if you want to make a prediction on the all constructors before we end the stream, or?
I can give you a top 3 in a different way. I think Mercedes, Aston Martin, and Ferrari will be thereabouts, and I think I'm looking at them now. I'd say Red Bull and we'll be there as well.
Okay.
No, sorry, Alpine. Sorry, I got mixed up. Alpine.
Okay.
They'll be top. And Alpine, I think, will come forward. But yeah.
Okay.
But that's only predictions. They're only good.
That's only predictions, of course. They can all change after the first week, can't they? So. Anyway, I think we will end it there. Thank you, Paddy, and thank you, Connell, for joining me this evening. So that is that.
Can I just say one thing before, just with the calendar? When the calendar gets released, it's one exactly week before the Tier 4 race will be on that Sunday. So just keep an eye out, lads, and I got the teams out quick as possible for you, and I'll have you all into chats hopefully tonight. But yeah, just best of luck, lads, and everyone. Just wishes all the best, and hope you enjoy them. Like, I know winning is sweet and all, like, and just enjoy your racing, and once you're comfortable with yourself, you will do well, lads, and best of luck.
Yeah, same here. Best of luck to everyone, 100%.
Yeah,
Can't wait to
absolutely.
see battling with everyone on track. All the reserves you might get from other tiers as well. Can't wait to see you all out there on track for another season of LOI.
Absolutely, and I'm also, obviously, we have the pleasure, three of us at least, and we'll be on comms for quite a lot of the season, so that will be great to watch. I certainly will be on comms, and cause I've been I seem to be on comms for the last 2 weeks of the whole season, which was lovely. But anyway,
we'll get you all in it here, and we get everything organised. That'd be good. Now, if anyone wants to commentate or any questions now, I know there's a good few still watching.
Just DM any of the admins, or
DM myself or anyone else in the admins there.
Yeah,
that's
DM myself either and answer any questions you have.
Absolutely.
And if you want to help out or anything, just let us know. Like, that's it. Just if you want to help out, just give us a text as well. And the more help, the better.
We can expand even more.
That's it.
Absolutely. So that is that. So thanks to the lads for just joining me this evening. Anyone new to the League of Ireland, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave a like on the video. Also check out the Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages we have got. But from the three of us, it's bye-bye, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time for the start of Tier 3 on the 15th of August. Until then, bye for now, everyone.
Bye-bye.